A new low for the Toronto Raptors. They lose to the Charlotte Hornets 119-116. I'm going to talk about it. Before I do just that, do me a solid, everybody. Hit a like on the video. It helps it a ton. And also subscribe to the channel for more Raptors content just like this. Help us hit 1,000 subs on this channel. You can follow us over on X, Raptors Nation TV. And also you can follow my personal account at Luca Rosano3. All right, guys. This was another bad loss from the Toronto Raptors. And I mean, Toronto sports, I mean, it hasn't been a good day because we all thought Shohei Ohtani by now would be a Toronto Blue Jay. And obviously he was not on that plane, and his decision of signing with a team has not been made yet. I wanted to throw that out there because, I mean, the day started with that. Jays fans, Toronto sports fans thought they were getting Ohtani. Did not happen. And then it ends with the Raptors. Just when you thought things could not get any worse, guys, the Raptors lose to the Charlotte Hornets. They got off to another bad start, and the Raptors' three-point shooting woes continue. I mean, this team has just been horrible from three-point range. 6 of 32 in this game. The Raptors cannot hit a three. It was just crazy to see how many misses this team racked up. And outside of Scotty Barnes and Precious Achiuwa, the Raptors had 0 threes. Literally. It was Barnes with 3 threes, Achiuwa with 3 threes. That's it. Siakam, 0 of 1. OG missed all 6. Dennis Schroeder missed all 4. Boucher missed all 3. Porter Jr. missed his only attempt. Malachi Flynn 0 of 4. Gary Trent Jr. 0 of 7. It was just a brutal game from downtown from the Toronto Raptors. As I did mention, Otto Porter Jr., he was done for the night after he left with a left foot contusion. Same foot he had surgery on last season. So things got even worse for the Raptors in that retrospect. But, I mean, you look at the Raptors in this one, guys. It is alarming because Scotty Barnes had a triple-double masterclass. He had 31 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. He was 12 of 18 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, like I mentioned. Siakam had 25. He was 11 of 15 from the field, and the Raptors still managed to lose this game. And the reason why is because they didn't get too much help outside of those two. I mean, Precious had 17. I got to shout him out. This was his best game of the season. He had 17 and 10. But the outside of Precious, I mean, where was the help in this one? Guys struggled. OG, 0 of 6 from 3, 3 of 12 from the field, only 11 points. It's concerning that the Raptors continue to look as bad as they do. And this roster clearly has a lot of issues. And I mean, I said it on X. If there's ever a loss that should force management's hand to making some changes, this is it right here. Because we're seeing the same things happen with this Toronto team. They continue to get off to a bad start. Then they play catch up. They almost did come back and completed a big comeback in this one. The Hornets were up by as many as 20. The Raptors had the lead in the fourth. They outscored Charlotte 39-29 in that fourth quarter, despite losing this game. But it is just stretches where the Raptors look absolutely lost. And the inconsistency on this team has been draped up and down this roster. Dennis Schroeder, another bad game. Gary Trent Jr., it seems like he can't string together a consistent body of work. Malachi Flynn has been inconsistent with this shot. It's like if one bench guy goes off, the rest of the bench doesn't. And then you look at the starters in this one in particular, Barnes 31, Siakam 25. You didn't get any help around those two. And I mean, it's crazy how, both of those guys can have as good games as they did, and the Raptors still cannot come away with a win. That shows you that this roster construction just ain't it right now for the Toronto Raptors. And, you look at Scotty Barnes. I know there's people saying he did get off to the slow start, turned it on as he does second half, fourth quarter. He did miss a key free throw there at the end. And he also missed the game-tying 3 at the end there. But, Scotty Barnes was a big reason why the Raptors even had a chance to win this game. The Raptors, I mean, their defense couldn't get any stops. Like, the Charlotte Hornets had 6 players scoring double figures, guys. 4 of their 5 starters and 2 of their bench guys. And you look at the Hornets, I mean, they were 55% from the field. They were 52% from 3. That was the difference in this one. The Charlotte Hornets, they made 7 more threes than the Raptors. You look at the assists, Raptors were +2. Total turnovers, Raptors with 14, Charlotte with 16. Fast break points, 21-13 in favor of the Raptors. Points in the paint is where the Raptors did most of their damage, 74-50. And it did look like the Raptors were going to come back and steal this win. But you got to credit some big shots that were made by Charlotte. I mean, Brandon Miller, he had some big makes late. And then Terry Rozier, I still don't know how he hit that last shot when Barnes was guarding him. So Charlotte, they executed well late, and that's the problem you give yourself, right? If you have a sloppy start and you continuously try to bank on these comebacks, your margin of error becomes so slim in the pivotal moments of this game, especially late in the fourth quarter. And the Raptors, it proved to be the case for them. They did have a fantastic fourth, battled back, but because it took them longer than it should have to get it going in this game, it gave them very little room for error, and they had to essentially play perfect basketball, and they did not, especially down the stretch in that fourth. So this was just a bad loss for the Raptors, guys. I mean, this is a team that they continue to struggle. They've lost 3 in a row. Darko Rajakovic said that he would take this team out for dinner once they won 3 games in a row. How do they follow that up? They lose 3 in a row. They've lost 5 of their last 6. They're 4 games under 500, 3-7 in their last 10. They got the Knicks on Monday, and it is just going to be very, very interesting to see how this team continues to play in this month of December. Because I said it on the podcast yesterday. If this December starts to look bad and these losses continue to pile up and this thing slips away from the Raptors, they continue to go under 500, I mean, it's going to be awfully tough for management to try to justify not making some serious changes as we get closer to the trade deadline. Because right now, there's not a whole lot of good things going for this Raptors team. They got to get back in the win column, because when you're on this type of losing streak, you're in this type of funk, you start to lose confidence, and these losses, they can pile up on you in a heartbeat. And you look at where the Raptors are in the standings, not looking good. This team has not played remotely close to being considered a legitimate playoff team. Playing, they're obviously going to hang around, especially if some of those other playing teams are bad as well. But you look at the grand picture, I mean, this team, they have not been able to put it together over a consistent period of time. And this thing just continues to sink to new lows, tonight being another example of that. So we will see how the Raptors respond on Monday, guys. That's their next game against the New York Knicks. But Raptors Nation, where are you at when it comes to this Raptors team? Are you officially hitting the panic button? Are you officially calling for change? Let me know how you're feeling right now, guys. Hit a like on the video, leave your comments down below, and please subscribe to the channel for more. That is it for me. It's Lucas signing off. As always, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe.